welcome to today's yoga class. We are going to be working into the core, going to get strong, and we are going to just find some space through the shoulders, and we'll work into the hips as well because we carry all our stress there. So let's get started. We're going to start sat on a block. I think it's going to be a nice place to be. Sit up nice and tall. Get the fleshy part of the bum out of the way. Find the sit bones and firmly place yourself on that block. Okay, so we're going to be sitting up nice and tall. See if you can just draw the ribs in. See if you can think about that cord coming from the crown of the head to send you a little bit taller. See if you can stack shoulders over the top of your hips. See if you can allow the knees to hang down towards the mat. If you need to put cushions under for support, then go ahead and do that. And we are just going to simply close the eyes. Allow the lids to be nice and heavy. With every inhale, think about growing taller. Find space. With every exhale, just notice the feel of the breath leaving the body. Okay. Just settling into the space that you are holding. Finding the heaviness through the sit bones. The length through the spine. The security through the core. Take a moment here. Just dip the chin down towards the chest. Create that stretch down the neck. And now bring the chin up towards the ceiling nice and slowly. Keep control of the neck, but just lift through the chin. Open through the throat. And then bring the chin back to neutral. Let's take an right ear down towards the right shoulder. Don't bring the shoulder up towards the ear, but see, just find that stretch down the left side of the neck. Back to neutral. Let's take the left ear down towards the left shoulder. Keep that left shoulder planted back where it belongs. Find space down the right side of the neck. Come back to neutral. And then from here, let's start with some even breathing. We're going to breathe in for 4 and out for 4, in for 5, out for 5, in for 6 and out for 6, and then work our way back down. Here we go. Let's take an inhale for the count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, and 1. Allowing your breath just to return to the pattern it usually holds. Setting yourself an intention for today's practice, or just simply staying with the breath. No pressure, whatever you need. Okay, when you're ready, you can keep your eyes closed or you can just gently open them. We're going to switch the legs over now. So just taking the opposite leading leg, allowing the knees to come back down towards the mat. Again, seeing where you are holding space. So find the sit bones again, lengthen through the crown of the head, bring the ribs in. And let's take a right hand down and take the left arm high. Reach right up and out of the shoulder, spread between the fingers. Find that stretch. Let's turn the right elbow in towards the body, open through the right shoulder and sway over towards the right wall. Take a moment here, just pausing. Inhale, lift and lengthen, and then exhale a little bit more. Find the stretch down that left side body. Let's come back up. Take both hands up towards the ceiling. Stretch, lift through the chin, open through the throat. Keep control of the neck. Spread through the fingertips. Reach up on the inhale, reach the chin towards the ceiling. On the exhale, let's bring the head back to neutral. Left hand comes down, elbow in towards the body. Roll that left shoulder back. Let's open up. Right arm sweeps over to the left side. See if you can stack those shoulders rather than rolling at this moment. Finding the stretch down that right side body. Take an inhale, find that little bit more length. Lift and lengthen, exhale, come down a little bit more. And then coming all the way back up. Okay, taking the hands behind the head, interlace the fingers. From here, think about squeezing the shoulder blades together, thinking about those elbows moving to the side walls. Take a moment to just lift through the chest. And then beginning to round, tuck chin to chest, bring elbows in towards the ears, begin to round down through the spine, taking lots of care to listen to your body. And then coming all the way back up. Open those elbows out to the side walls, squeeze the shoulder blades, lift through the chest, find that little arch through the back. Take a breath. Exhale, release through the mouth. Bring the head back to neutral. Let's take that right elbow down, left elbow lifts. We're going to find the obliques having to work here. So we've got our side body working just to keep us nice and stable. Notice whether the left elbow drops in. If we can keep those shoulders level, that's going to really help us build some strength through the core. Come back up to center, drop the left elbow down as the right elbow lifts. Be wary of that right shoulder dropping forward. One more breath. And then coming all the way back up. Nice. Okay, let's release off that grip. Shake out those arms. A little bit of life back into the upper body. Shimmy. Okay, from here, let's remove the block if you would like to. From here, we're going to head straight in towards our table. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of work. It's not work, is it? It's yoga. It's lovely. Okay, so we're going to take the hands down, take those wrist creases parallel to the front of the mat. We're going to stack our shoulders over our wrists and our knees underneath our hips. And we're going to start with just some cat-cows. So finding that movement into the spine. Take the inhale, lift through the chin, take the gaze towards the ceiling. And then dip through the tummy towards the mat, finding that really nice curvature of the spine. Push the hands down into the mat and the shins too. Okay, moving from the pelvis, take the round. So beginning to lift the spine up towards the ceiling. Push down, hands into the mat, find the separation of the shoulder blades. Pause here, take the gaze down between the knees or the midway of the mat. And then taking the inhale, let's lift through the chin again. Nice and slow, cows and cats. Sounds weird that way now, doesn't it? We can do it that way now. No, there's a reason. Okay, and then moving from the pelvis, begin to round through the spine. Hands push down, separate those shoulder blades, push down through the shins. Really draw that belly in. Find that stretch across the back. Feel the skin stretching as the spine pushes up towards the ceiling. And then take the feet together. We're going to take the knees as wide as the mat. Sit the bottom back. Find a wide-legged child's pose. Sink the heels, hips down onto the all the H's. The hips down onto the heels. Spider up the fingertips. Push down into the fingertips to move the bottom back just a little bit more. Find some relaxation through the neck. Move into that shoulder space. So whether you can walk those fingertips forward just a little bit more. Breathe nice and deeply into the belly and let the belly fall between the thighs. Okay. From here, let's come straight back up into our table. We're going to tuck the toes, we're going to hover the knees. You asked for core, let's have a little bit of core. Push the hands down and then lift those knees. We're in our hovered table here. We're going to extend the right leg away. We're going to take the left leg away, find your plank. Bring the right knee back in, hovering. Left knee back in and hovering. Keep that core nice and solid. Okay. We're going to go for both sides 2 times on each side. Not many, we've done 1. Here we go. Right foot away, left foot away, right foot back in, left foot back in. Keep those knees hovering. Let's go to left side. Left leg away first, right leg away. Nice and strong. Left foot back in, right foot back in. Last one on the side, left leg away, right leg away, left foot back in, right foot back in. Take a breath. Take the knees down. Find your puppy pose. Let's walk those fingertips forward. Take the hips above the knees and then send the chest down towards the mat. If you need to bring the floor up to you, then pop a bolster or a cushion or a block underneath you just to lift up the floor. So take a moment here. Breathe nice and deeply. Spidering up those fingertips again, see if you can move just a little bit further into the shoulder space. Okay, we're going to walk those fingertips over to the right hand side. Be careful that the bottom doesn't move too far past the knees. If you've got space for it, that left hand can plant on top of the right. You're going to dip through that left shoulder ever so slightly, finding a deep stretch. Okay, let's come back through center and then you know where we're going. Straight over to the left-hand side. Sink the chest down, find that side body stretch. Take a moment here. And then if you've got a little bit more space, that right hand can place on top of the left. Sinking down, that right shoulder dips just a little bit more. And then walking the hands back through center. Find your table again. Okay. From here, let's take that right leg away. We're going to lift through the heel so we are nice and strong through the glute. Okay. From here, we're just going to take little circles with that big toe. So we're having to work into the stabilization through the core. Take it the other way. Nice strong glutes. And then from here, pause. We're going to take that right knee all the way under towards the chin. Crunch it in and send it away. Extend it. Push through the heel. Going to go for 5. Here we go. Right knee comes in towards the chin. Hold it. Breathe. And send it away. Push through the heel. 3 more. Knee comes in. And send it away. 2 more. Knee comes all the way under. Send it away. 1 more. Right knee comes under. And send it away. Nice job. Take the knees down. Take the knees side by side. Find a narrow-legged child's pose. Forehead can come down. Bottom back onto the heels. Take the hands behind you. Allow the shoulders to head down towards the mat. And then find the supported spine stretch or back stretch. Just feeling the skin press against the spine. Take a moment, enjoy the nice deep breaths and feel into that actual physical feeling of breath. As the lungs expand, you can feel the chest moving against the thighs. Okay, like beautiful snails, let's come all the way back out. Back into our table. This time left leg comes away. We're going to be needing strong glutes here, keeping that left leg lifting. We're going to take those circles with the big toe. Find that stabilization through the core. If you're after a little bit more, you can always remove that right hand if you want a little bit more core work. It's entirely up to you.
Take it the other way. Reversing it, always trying to do everything balanced in yoga. Okay. And then pausing. We're going to bring that left knee under towards the chin, crunch it in. We're only going to go for 5, it's not too many. Send it away, keeping that, pushing through the heel. Let's go again. This is for number 2, bringing that knee in towards the chin. Send it away. Okay, number 3, let's bring it in. Take a moment, send it away. 2 more, bring it in. And send it away. Last one, make it count. Should be as good as your first. Bring it in, hold, and then send it away. Fab. Take that knee down. From here, we are going to tuck the toes. We're going to push the hands down into the mat. We're going to hover the knees. I'm not going to make you do it again, don't worry. We're going to take the chest towards the thighs. Great if you've got a sticky mat. Push the hands into the mat. Push the bottom back in towards the heels. Find that stretch down the heel, on the underside of the feet. Find the Achilles, find the calves. And then when you're ready, start to move the sit bones up towards the ceiling. Once you're there, walk out the heels. Take as much time as you need to wiggle through the bottom, find the release through the back. Walk out the heels, find the stretch down the back of the legs. How do they feel? When you're ready, find your down dog. We want to make sure that we're in a good position. So we want to push the hands down. We want to wrap the triceps round. We want the elbow creases looking at one another. We want a nice long spine. So bringing chest towards thighs. If we need to take a bend into the knees to keep a long spine, then that's what we do. Okay, when you're ready, a little bit more core work. Let's lift through the right leg. We're going to keep that hip level with the left for a moment. Push through the heel. Stack hips. Bend through the back knee. So we want that right foot in towards the bottom. Find the quad stretch. Squeeze the glutes. Push the hips forward. Find the groin stretch. Ready for some core work. That right knee is going to come towards the right elbow. The higher you can get it, the better. Right knee to left elbow. Back to right, and then find your 3-legged dog. Okay, 2 more on the side. Here we go. Right knee, right elbow. Left, right, and away. Last one. Right knee, right elbow. Left, right, and 3-legged dog. Okay, take the foot down, walk out the heels. Okay, we're going to take the knees as wide as the mat. We're going to find a frog pose, mostly to allow the heart rate to recover, but we want to move into that hip space anyway. I did promise that we would do that. So keep the knees as wide as is. What you're ideally looking for is a right angle between the hip, the knee, and the ankle. What we want to, if this is really uncomfortable for you, you can do 1 leg at a time. That works as well. If you've got a bolster to pop underneath you so you can kind of lay on it, that's great. Or if you're happy on your forearms, that is perfect too. Okay, we're just going to pause here. Notice whether you are kind of dumping into the lower back. If you are, you're going to need to engage your core to make sure that you're not putting additional strain through the spine. So sitting with the slightly uncomfortable, not too uncomfortable. If it becomes too uncomfortable, just shift the body weight forward ever so slightly, and you'll feel that intensity just begin to drift away. Hopefully the heart rate is slow, hopefully, because we're going to get straight back on it. Are you ready? So tuck the toes. We're going to bring the knees back, okay? We're going to find our table, all right? Before we head to our table, we're going to do a little bit of work on the mat because it's not too tricky. We're going to take that right leg away. Keep the core strong. Bend at the knee. Take the right foot towards the ceiling. Going to squeeze the glute and we're going to lift from the heel. We're going to go for 10, that's all. All right, that is all we're doing. It's not many, but we're going to work into our glutes. Here we go. For 1, let's lift. For 2, squeeze and lift. For 3, for 4, for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Take that right knee back down. Not too bad at all. Swapping over, take the left leg away, reach it away, and then bend at the knee. And then you know where we're going. Here we go. Let's lift through the heels, squeeze the glute for 1, for 2, for 3, for 4. Try and keep those hips level. 5, 6. We want all of that movement coming from the bottom. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Take that left knee down. All right, here we go. We're going to move straight into our down dog. Tuck those toes, send your chest back towards your thighs, push down through the hands, begin to send the sit bones up towards the ceiling. Walk out the heels. Find the stretch down the back of the legs. Find what you need to do to feel good. Draw the chest towards the thighs. Check in with those elbow creases. Wrap those triceps. Find your long spine. And then take the left leg high. Okay, keep the left hip driving down so it's in line with the right to start off with. Now let's open. Stack the hips left on right. Bend that left foot in towards the body. Start to squeeze the glutes, bring that left foot in, find the quad stretch, find the groin stretch as you begin to push those hips forward. And now for our core work. Here we go. Only 3, not many. Left knee to left elbow, nice and high. To the right side, to the left side. 3-legged dog. 2 more. Left knee, left elbow, right, left, and away. Last one. Left knee, left elbow, right, left, and away. All right. We're going to move straight down through into pigeon. So that left knee is going to come behind the left wrist, and the foot is going to trail behind that right foot. We're going to take that right knee and we're going to just keep it lifted for a moment. Find a little bit of movement here. We're keeping the hands down so we can do this really safely. So just moving into that hip space, seeing what feels good for you. If you're more of a static person, then just stay still. And then take the back knee down and untuck the toes. Allow the hips to be level. So if you know your left butt cheek is going to head over and you're going to start rolling to the right, proper block on it so that you are really secure and that you can put all of your weight down equally. If you are happy here, perfect. If you would like to go a little bit lower, take the inhale, lift, extend. We don't want to crunch into that lower back, and then begin to walk the hands away. Coming down either onto the forearms or make a little pillow and pop your head on your hands, whatever's going to feel good for you. Check in with your body. Use this time to feel into it. So noticing how whether you're gripping, maybe you're gripping through the ankles or through the knees or through the hips, maybe through the shoulders, or even your jaw is clenched. Just noticing how you're responding to this. Taking some nice deep breaths, almost imagining sending those breaths towards your hips. I'm going to have one more breath here. Okay, nice and slowly take those hands down, okay? Thinking here about just gradually and carefully coming out of the position. So tuck the back toes, lift through the back knee. From here, engage that core as you push the hands down. Take the left foot back to join the right, and then walk out those heels. Okay, let's go on the other side. We're going to take that right leg high, lift it nice and high, find some stretch through the foot, and then that right knee is going to trail behind the right wrist, and the foot comes behind the left. Keep that back knee lifted to start off with, and then just find some movement here that feels good for you if you want to. You don't have to, but the option is there. If you used a block before, or even if you didn't, we sometimes present differently on either side. So just give yourself the option, perhaps move your block over. Drop through the back knee and untuck the toes. Now we want to make sure that our hips are nice and level. So if you need a block on that right side, then do. Okay, from here we're going to take the inhale. Think about lifting, lengthening, find space through the chest. And then start to find your comfortable, whatever that is. Maybe down on the forearms, maybe a little pillow with the hands. Entirely up to you. Keeping those hips nice and level. And then once you've settled into your pose, then starting to think about how your body is responding. Again, a body scan is so helpful. So perhaps you are gripping somewhere. Maybe you're not. That's good. Got nothing more to say about that. Well done. If everything is going perfectly, then perhaps revisit your intention from the beginning of class. Whatever that might have been, it's good to revisit. A little reminder for what you're doing and why you're doing it. Take one more breath here. Okay, nice and slowly. Let's bring the hands back. Tuck the back toe, lift through the back knee. Engage through the core before you come and lift. We're going to take that right leg back to join the left. And then walk those heels out. Find some movement back in the hips. Okay. All right then. So we've got options now. We're going to come down into a plank. Okay. We are going to come into a side plank. So we're going to turn over towards the left side. So the right hand is going to be connected. And we're going to turn the feet on the knife edge and take the left hand high. If this is a lock for your wrists, then you have options to go down to your forearms. We're going to take that left hand. We're going to touch behind us and then open back up again. All right. We're going to go for 5. All right. We've done 1. Here we go. For 2, keep the hips lifting. For 3, keep the hips lifting. For 4, keep the hips lifting. For 5, keep the hips lifting. Left hand comes down. Find your down dog. Push the hips up. And then walk those heels out. Take a moment. Oh, you know what's going to happen next. Here we go. Let's take the left hand down. We're going to take the feet pointing towards the right side. Lift through the right arm. Hips lift towards the ceiling. And here we go again. Just for 5, not many. Right hand comes under. For 1, and lift. For 2, lift. For 3, and lift. Hips keep lifting. For 4, and lift. For 5, and lift. Right hand comes down, come back to your plank, send the bottom high, walk out the heels, downward facing dog. Okay, and we're going to take the knees down. Okay, from here, tuck the toes. We're going to grab hold of a strap if you've got one. Okay, tuck the toes underneath you. Sit back onto the heels. What we want to do here is stretch underneath the feet. We also want to have an opportunity to allow the heart rate to start to drop. We've worked quite hard today.
Okay, but whilst we're here, we're going to do a little bit of double bang for buck. So we're going to take the arms wide on a strap. What we want to do is just move the strap behind us and then all the way over the top. So we're moving in to that range of motion through the shoulders. So you're going to need to widen the strap if you're pulling. Okay, we want to find this easy, comfortable, and we also want to distract ourselves from what's happening with the feet, because let's be honest, it never feels very nice stretching the underside of the feet. Notice what's happening with the neck. If you're finding the neck is becoming really, really tense, then widen the strap, the grip on the strap. Okay, last one here. When you're ready, place that strap back down, take the hands down to the mat, and then just start to tap those toes out ever so lightly. Lovely. All right, from here, take the shoelace side of the feet down, take the bottom down, and then from here, we're just going to tilt the knees. If this is uncomfortable for you, of course, take the weight back into the fingertips if you need to. If you've got a little bit more space, we're going to take the arms out as cactus arms. We're going to find a little bit eagle arm, okay? So take that right arm, we're going to wrap it underneath the left, and then draw the hands together, squeeze the hands together, and draw those shoulder blades apart. Taking a gaze into the elbows. If you're really tight through the shoulders, just take opposite shoulders, okay? Maybe that would be just enough for you to feel that stretch. Drawing those elbows down, find that stretch across the shoulders. All the while being totally distracted from what's happening as we're stretching through the front of the foot, through the ankle space. We're also having to do a fair amount of core work here. Okay, we're going to take the arms out wide, let's swap over. So this time round, we're going to take the left arm under right and then draw those elbows down. Find that stretch across the shoulders. Maybe one is a little bit easier than the other. You'll probably have a natural side that you go to. Taking the gaze down towards the elbows. Find that stretch through the neck. This is excellent bang for buck. We're doing very, very well. Okay, when you're ready, just begin to release, and then we're going to take the hands down very, very carefully, and then just tap through the toes. Feels nice. Okay, from here, let's take a block nearby. I think some of you might have an inkling of where we're going. Take the bottom down and sit yourself up nice and tall. All right, so we're going to take our block and we're not going to drop it, okay? So squeeze that block with all of your might. All right, we're going to sit up nice and tall. We want our core engaged. We're going to lift the legs. If you need to go in stages and take the hands behind you, then lift the legs and then take the block, then do that. We're going to take that block alongside you. We're going to twist, all right? So we're going to go through our Russian twist. We want to be doing 10 and a rest, and then another 10. I feel like that's there. Here we go. Keep that chest lifted, core tight. Here we go. For 1, for 2, for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Ooh, feet come down. Give yourself a hug together. I feel like you deserve it. You worked very hard today. Maybe a little rock from side to side. So your body remembers that you do love it, even though core work always feels really hard. Okay, we know where we're going. Let's jump straight back into it. Extend those feet away, draw that core in, or make sure that chest is heading towards the thighs. Hug your block, and here we go for another 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep those feet lifted. 5, 6, 7, chest to thighs. 8, 9, and 10. Get rid of that block. Draw those knees in, hug yourself together. Take a nice deep breath, maybe bring the forehead down to the knees, allow the spine to round. Push against the elbow grip that you have, find that stretch across the spine, across the shoulders. And then when you're ready, we're going to head down towards the mat. Feel like you've earned it today. Good job. So up to you whether you want to go through dish, but I would highly recommend heading down towards the mat. And then just spending a moment or two making any final adjustments that you might need to. So maybe a windscreen wipe of the knees, maybe a little hug together, whatever it might be. Just finding somewhere, somehow that you can just begin to relax. Starting to notice the deep breaths of the body, just noticing the chest rise, belly rise, and then fall with each exhale. And settling into the space. Removing any tickly pieces of hair that's been bothering you, whatever that might be, just finding your calm. So today we're going to be thinking about removing worry and finding calm. That just sounds lovely. So trusting that you found your comfortable position, all distractions have been removed, you're settled in and your eyes are now closed. Start to turn your gaze inwards, focusing just on you. All distractions melt away, and only you remain. Take a deep breath in through your nose and then release through your mouth. See if you can inhale for a count of 4 and exhale for a count of 4, or find your own even rhythm. Try to keep your breath slow and smooth and even. As you keep to the pattern, inhale and imagine you are breathing in calmness, peace, and strength. And as you exhale, imagine you are breathing out worries, stress. There is nothing for you to do right now other than be in this present moment. There's nothing for you to do but simply breathe. Feel the heaviness slip away with each exhale. Feel lighter with every inhale. If your mind drifts to feelings of worry, be mindful. Notice it without judgment, then bring your attention back to your breath. You are strong. You are powerful. You are so very capable. You can handle anything that life throws at you. Take a moment to sit with that feeling. You feel calm, you breathe in, and you breathe out. When you're ready, you're going to start to awaken the body, starting to bring our awareness back to the world around us. Nice and slowly, just begin to bring life to the body. A wiggle of the toes, a wiggle of the fingers. Maybe taking your attention back to your intention from the beginning of class. Having there in your mind's eye, feeling good about the work that you've just done and the attention that you have paid to your own well-being. Great job. When you're ready, I'm going to start to move just a little bit more. Maybe bounce through the knees, maybe move through the arms. Maybe start to acknowledge the sounds around you, maybe the birds, whatever it might be. And then taking a nice deep breath, lift those arms above the head and stretch out like it's the first stretch of the day. Maybe pulse through one side and then the other, lengthening and shortening, just finding that movement. And then when you're ready, hoping that you can bring that feeling into the rest of your day, very carefully bring yourself up to a seat, and I will be there.